Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 39 of this Let's Play Lord Novgorod the Great Russian. In the previous episode, we were drawn into a war against France with Great Britain. The one province nation of Kildare declared war on GB, but they are allied with France, and it did end in, I think it was a stalemate. Yeah, fairly sure. We were in the war. We did accept the call to arms. However, we did absolutely what do we do? Oh yeah, nothing. We basically just turned on these frontier forts and just kind of waited to see if anyone would attack us. Never did, so that's why we built up a fair amount of manpower and a little bit of money. We then broke our alliance with Great Britain because they're just looking rather too flimsy, particularly as France has actually got a foothold on GB and the French Navy dwarfs that of GB. So that's not looking too hot. However, we are trying rather hard to buddy up to Tuscany here. However, that is proving to be somewhat more difficult than I had perhaps anticipated. In order to try and improve our chances of getting that alliance, I have started building up our fleet somewhat, and we have actually upgraded them all to frigates. Our fleet is actually pretty modern. Our trade fleet is, at least. Our combat fleet, not so much. We could probably do with upgrading this lot too. If you're unmothballed, can you do it? 89? Yeah, make it happen. And no galleots, actually. No, next level is not new ships. That's fine. So I think we are basically recovering the manpower because, well, actually we're about halfway. We were trying to get our alliance with Tuscany. We were also trying to think about a way of getting into a war with Prussia. The best way, it seems, to do that would be to get into a war with the Livonians. The kind of question there is whether we co-belligerize Prussia or not, because it is Prussian territory that we want to take the most. However, doing that would call in Prussian allies, and Prussian allies includes France. So part of the quest... Oh, and Memmingen, which is the HRE emperor. And Memmingen itself would call in more allies too. Where are they? They're down here somewhere. There they are. Trier being the only big one. But they are fairly large. They're in central Germany. I'm not convinced that Bohemia is in a position to take down France. I mean, yes, they're quite big. 100,000 men combined, but France will have significantly more than that. Almost 180. No, almost 190,000. We just can't afford a war against France. They are too strong at this point. So what I think I will do is declare war on the Livonian Order. They'll call in Prussia. We and Bohemia will crush them both. And I'll just have to try and take what territory I can from Prussia in that war. And then maybe vassalize Livonians. And that would also call in Riga. So I can vassalize both of those. That's probably what we want to do. So let's start getting our troops into position. Something like that. The other thing that we want to do, of course, is go after Lithuania, which would be a rather more soft target. The Ottomans wouldn't even join. 9,000 in debt. Ouch. So it would just be against Frankfurt and Papal States, which is frankly irrelevant. But I want Prussian territory the most. I want to connect Danzig to the rest. I'm worried that it is so isolated, particularly as we have basically got no navy. Plus, I want to make Prussia smaller. They're too powerful right now because they can still completely wipe the floor with my troops. Even if I'm throwing like 80,000 against 30 of theirs, yes, I might win the fight, but they will do it in a crippling amount of damage, frankly. So we need to deal with that. Okay, let's get these things moving. Prussia and Sweden are no longer rivals. Huh. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I'm still the dominant power when it comes to furs. If we look here at trade goods. All this brown up here, that's all fur. I mean, yeah, Sweden has a fair amount, but I'm still sure I have more. Who's this? Magdeburg and Bavaria? Fine. You're not fighting anyone, are you? No. Good. And I was just improving relations with the Mamelukes, who are our latest ally. They're looking rather large here. So then it would be Russia, Mamelukes, Bohemia, and hopefully Tuscany would Oh, and we have one more. Who's the fifth? That is a good question. I'm sure I do. Oh no, I still only have the 3. So I could have one more relation. In fact, that's going to be a vassal, isn't it? In fact, it might even be 2 vassals. So we might be 1 relationship slot down. I really want this alliance. But no, we need to take Prussia. We need to get more of this Baltic control. I think we're pretty much in a position to go for it. So we'll boost up preparation for this war. We'll actually shift you across. We'll give you a general and you a general. Your job is to fight a holding war against Prussia, and your job is to take that. In fact, I'm kind of hoping that Bohemia hits. I'd actually strongly consider giving Bohemia some territory out of this fight, actually. Speaking of which, I need to make sure I have claimed everything that I actually want from this. And hopefully it doesn't overlap with what Prussia wants. Oh, sorry, Bohemia wants. So we probably want something along these lines. What does Bohemia want? Anything? It's got claims, but nothing more. Do we have any spy network? We do, but we have actually claimed everything that we want. We're going to wait until the end of this month, then I think we will declare war. Okay. Let's make it happen. No, I'm not going to... I really wish there was a way of breaking you up with France. Who are you fighting? Bavaria, Austria, and Nuremberg. Is France fighting anyone? Not really. Natives. It's annoying I can't go belligerise them, because it means that it'll cost double to take anything. Is that only costing double war score? I assume so. Anyway, we are calling Bohemia in on this one. We're not going to call in any of our other allies. Boom. Let's do this. So yes, you can go there. Actually, let's start by sieging this stuff down. We'll hit them with a lot. They escaped. You're fighting there. We're on speed 4. Slow down! There's 23,000 men here and it's not enough. Level 7 fort. Jeez. Alright. Minus 91. Do we have a siege general? Don't really think so. No, we don't. And we have basically no land tradition for better generals anyway. More mercs. I don't really need more mercs. I'd much rather have the level 21 infantry, honestly. Oh, is this the Prussian army? No. So this stuff's going to take a little while to siege down, unfortunately. Looks like Bohemia's going after their armies, though. Which is good. Rather you fought them than me. Oh, election. This guy was fairly young, I seem to recall, so we're going to re-elect him. We're at 93. Boom. Keep him. Get even more monarch points. Oh, and military. Boom. Okay, military tactics, infantry shock. Marvellous. Makes our armies quite a lot stronger, actually. Gives us the new model, too. Looking rather more modern. More conversions. Keep it going. What are we actually doing? We are the bastion of orthodoxy alongside Serbia. Protestantism still looking rather strong. Got some Reformation or reforms going on there in central Italy. What's this? Lose Republican tradition or gain Republican tradition. Prussia's opinion changes. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really want Prussia to like me more. So I want Königsberg, I want Marienburg. Those are the two main ones from Prussia. See if I can grab those. See if we can release some nations too. That would also help. Now it's basically just waiting. Speed things up a little bit. They are starting to rally some troops around here, which is unfortunate. Oh, I do hope they don't try and counterattack me. That would suck. Is Bohemia getting most of the... No, it's still roughly equal, just because I'm doing so much on the sieging here. Once I've taken those, that'll be a big boost. Thankfully it's Bohemia that's getting bloodied and not me. I mean, once we've bloodied Prussia enough, I'll probably be able to take them myself in battles. I'm just kind of letting Bohemia take the brunt of things. But the fact that they're struggling against just Prussia, now imagine if France was in this as well, and Memmingen, and all the other allies. Just no. Just no. 45. How are things looking in Tuscany? Naval strength differences. Ah! Good. So we're actually at 1,039 negatives, but 1,000 of that is because we're at war, so we need just one more point and we'd actually get an alliance with Tuscany. So basically once this war is ended, we can probably get it. These two forts should fall fairly soon, then we can start a counterattack. Well, we can start attacking, not necessarily a counterattack, but an attack. Mitau has fallen, good. Let's go and take Königsberg. Bohemia's army is reformed somewhat, fighting Livonia. Price of naval supplies has gone up 50%. Nice. Prussian navy deciding they don't really fancy it. Fair enough. Thankfully the Prussians don't seem to have upgraded their forts and things quite as much as the Livonians and particularly Riga did. Riga's fort was ridiculous. Do Riga have a more defensive idea by any chance? Fort defense plus 25%. National garrison size plus 10%. And garrison size does correlate in the number of regiments you need to counter it. It's not just a number anymore. Yeah. Conscripted garrisons plus 25%. Owned onwards Christian soldiers plus 10%. So they're getting plus 35%. So their base is 21. That's then up to 28. We've taken Leckgarten. Good. Let's start taking this. Bohemia is still getting most of the contribution. There goes Riga. So Riga I could piece out at this point. Actually, it kind of looks like Prussia is coming for me, which is fine, because I've actually got a lot of armies nearby. Who arrives first? 20th? 24th. They do. This is a forest, so it will be -1. I'm okay with that. Do it. 60,000 against 20,000. We are fully reinforced. We actually have more morale than they do now. What's that? Wow, their army tradition is terrible. You're Prussia. How have you got low army tradition? Should be like 80. Well, my advisor helps. But yeah, it's their army tradition. You should be getting like plus 20% morale for that. Well, my prestige is helping. Yeah, no wonder I have 78 prestige. Their tactics are better because of their discipline. But yeah, armies are not actually that different anymore. Yes, they're still going to do a lot more damage to us. But I don't think that was bad. I'm perfectly content to take that. Move an army there, we'll move an army there. And we'll keep you in Warmia to kind of counter-attack should we need to. We caught an army. Dead. Peace offer from Riga. Now, the question here is, do we want to vassalize them? Or even annex them? The problem with that is it does give us rather a lot of AE. Which is why I was thinking of vassalizing. I do wish it, even if you're not in the coalition, I wish it would tell you how much you're getting. Like with what countries? I'm going to guess it's these ones, but how high is that going to raise it? Between 1 and 23 AE. The 23 would be with Riga itself. Some of that would be with Livonia, in fact most of it probably. Then maybe 10 with these guys. See, I'm kind of happy to let Riga live for the time being, because I want these territories more. Alright, it looks like we are bashing them in, so let's shift some of my troops down. In fact, let's go and take Traken. We've taken Königsberg, let's go and take Kulm. It's actually been a fairly even war in terms of contribution here. I've done all the sieging, they've done all the fighting. I'm far happier with what I've done. It's been cheaper. Let's go up to Tuchel then. So these two we want for sure. And Prussia is going to be the first one I piece out, because that's going to be kind of determining how much of the other stuff I can take in terms of AE and coalitions. So my allies are fairly strong right now. Who's that? Oh, I'm at war with Galicia as well, aren't I? I had totally forgotten about that. Like, it's just all of the people I want to take land from, and I just don't have the power to do it. Conversion, or the AE rather. Although I do have influence ideas, so I get less AE than usual. You try to board ships. It's cheeky. No, stop boarding ships. You can stay here. Take that back. In fact, we need to take Danzig back too. You can take Danzig back. Let's go and kill their army, just to make sure we do as much damage to them as possible. There goes Marienburg. Stack wipe. Lovely. Yeah, pretty even. Pretty even. I'm going to try and take Danzig back. We'll take Stolp, and then I guess we'll piece them out. So we could do a taking Sandomir. In fact, no, we're going to piece these guys out first, because I'm just going to take money from them. There's nothing else I particularly want from it. You may as well move to Mare there. We'll come down here and kill them. Technology. Admin. We're going to save that because we'll probably need to core. In fact, there's no probably about it. We will need to core. And there we go. Galicia now wants peace. Let's see what you will offer me. I think I only actually want money from you. War reps. I can take a lot of stuff. No treaties with Brandenburg. Give a core to Lithuania, which I can then steal from Lithuania later. I'm not taking any land from you. I am happy with that. In fact, you... No, I don't need military access through you. Good. That's just building Lithuania up so that I can steal the land from them. Lost a general, that's irritating. Just wait for this province to fall. I could have given some land to Bohemia. Were they occupying any? I'm not sure they were actually, thinking about it. Okay, so that is the whole of Prussia now occupied. I want that and that at the least. I'll take that as well. Bohemia was called in purely on favours, so I'm going to take money just to keep Bohemia happy so they get some of this. And I'm going to take the 3 provinces. Is this going to cost me anything with Bohemia? Nope. Oh. Break your alliance with France. That's a better idea. I'll take 1 less province and you can break that alliance. Much, much better. Much better. It gives me a little less AE so I can take more of this stuff. Yeah, I like that. Means I'll be able to actually directly attack them next time and take more land for myself. Okay, good. And then Riga, you're next. If I were to do this, those countries would be in a coalition. I'm okay with that. I'll also take all your money. And then finally, I need to wait for a diplomat. Still no one I particularly care about. Brandenburg's a bit dangerous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a trick that I learned from Igel. I'll also force your religion. During the Clash of the Titans, I'm going to wait until December and then make that peace deal, because the AE will immediately tick down. I only had 1 point over with Brandenburg, which means Brandenburg cannot join the coalition. I just won't have time. Let's move my armies back. That was a very costless war, actually. Actually, it cost us a lot of manpower. More than I expected. Huh. Okay. Ignore what I was just saying. We have some war exhaustion. Well, we can wait to burn it down, that's fine. And then we need to start improving relations with our new vassals. We did get a lot of money. We can repay... Oh, I forgot I had loans. We can repay one of them. Good. Oh. I wasn't even watching the date. Damn it! Oh well. Hopefully the AE's gone down a bit, so we don't get Brandenburg called in. Yeah, it's gone down anyway. Good. Good, 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 good. What's that? No, release Livonia. Yeah, I don't want you to do that. I just want you to be a vassal. Tiny bit of AE. That's fine. Boom. Victory is ours. The Baltics have fallen. Okay. Good. Oh, and I totally forgot to turn all my forts off as well. No wonder I was losing money. Let's do that first. You can all turn off. Army maintenance can go down. And there we go. Victory is ours. Huzzah! And I have some, but not actually that many cores to make. It's only actually the 2 Prussian ones. So we will core those now. It doesn't quite give us enough admin for the next level. Do we have any states that we want to build? East and West Prussia. Oh, those are states I already have. Right, yes. Coronia can now be stated. Honestly, Podolia I think I could do as well. It's close enough. Astrakhan I don't have enough land from. Likewise Bashkira and Saratov. Okay, that's fine. So we have a couple more states. How many do we actually have? And what's the maximum? We have 27 of the 40 that we can have. We can have rather more. Good. Good, 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 good. And we can core those 2. Which actually allows us to make them territories now. Sorry, estates even. Which were they? Ah, so these are Baltic, so I'm going to want these to be Burkhas, basically. Like, irrelevant of what else they're producing. Influence up to 63.7, that's fine. 68.4, we're getting dangerous. 70%, but I think that will then be the maximum. Yep, 70% is the max. But all of that is in the Baltic area, so our share of the Baltic should grow. We're up to 52. And that'll be even more as the autonomy here goes down. Lithuania's fighting a war. How's our AE? Pretty high. Even with Sweden. Norway. It's dangerous for Brandenburg, but they're the only one really. Okay, Tuscany, you want an alliance now? Yes, you do, because I've grown big enough. Marvellous. I'm one thing over the limit, but that's totally fine. I'm also going to raise relations with Riga. We already are. Livonian order. There we are. Okay. That was a very successful war. Did not cost us too much at all. And we can now, not quite, repay another loan. Next month we can. Paid. And our trade income has almost caught that of taxes. See, it's still useful being kind of a trading background nation, even if I don't have trade. I mean, that's one of the... I think that this Russia is so weak because we were forced to take these ideas to become a republic. If there was an easier way for a merchant republic to become a regular republic, I think that playing as Novgorod would be far more viable, and playing as any merchant republic would be far more viable. There's just no way to kind of reform them over time as they get weaker and weaker, as the number of OPMs disappear, and they will, because that's just how the game works. Light ship cost 20% off. Nice. Okay, I'm feeling a little more confident about my allies and things now. We're actually looking very, very strong diplomatically currently. 4 allies, 2 vassals. Good stuff. Losing claims. Galicia just lost another province to Lithuania, so Lithuania is definitely going to be the next one that we jump on. They still have very, very weak allies. Gain corruption. Great. Thanks. That's really not appreciated. Oh, I have no Diplo advisor. Trade efficiency is always nice, but I'd kind of like the more Diplo points. Cost 9, it's fine. Likewise here, honestly. Just more Diplo. Right, do we want a theologian or an inquisitor? Inquisitor we don't need, that's missionary strength. Theologian I think is unrest. I think. Yeah, it's not going to tell us. Costs 15 influence, which brings us up to 70. Are there any other modifiers? Decline of the clergy, yes, minus 10 already. We can't afford to do it because that would bring it up to 80, just straight. Our estates are just too big and too powerful. So I guess the less of this you do, the more of these you can do. Sorry, these. Interesting trade-off. I still kind of like giving the land away, though. Speaking of giving land away, Bryansk. You are a boyar, definitely. Novgorod, you are Berkha. Because you are no longer my capital. In fact, could even be clergy with that high tax base. No, you're a centre of trade. You want to be Berkha's. Neva's a capital. It cannot be given an estate. Goldingen, you're in the Baltic. You should actually be Berkha as well. Ozel, also Baltic, also Berkha. Bratislav, probably clergy. High tax. I think that's everywhere I can do. Bit of a strange coloration there. Sometimes it kind of goes in lines, like in the Clash of the Titans with France. It's kind of line, 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 but not here. It's all over the place. It's a mixture. More authority or less inflation? Inflation, I'm not too concerned about that, actually. I would actually take the authority, so we're going up to 60 again. That's fine. It's not going to put them in a dangerous position. We can get another technology, which will be admin. Boom. Don't want a Republican dictatorship, though. We are catching. Right, this is partially because of our good monarchs, but sorry, our good Republican rulers, but we are catching them slowly. Lose corruption for free. That's very nice. Means I'm no longer rooting it out. Oh no, and our leader died. As we were talking about good leaders. Alright. 15, 15, 10. So it's actually Diplo that we're the furthest behind in. We just have a... Why do we have the same neighbour bonus here? If we're one ahead in admin. It's a bit strange. That should be minus 20, surely. Strange. I think we're going to go Diplo then. Because we're also losing a point of Diplo because of the additional relation that we have there. We're still focusing on admin, so that means these two are balanced and military is gaining the least. That's fine. What? I thought I gave all the land away. Where's Roan? Oh, it's there. And it is clergy. Clergy gains loyalty and influence. I want to give them influence. This one might have to go to the boyars. Just because their influence is much lower. Also gives them loyalty, which would be nice. Does mean we'll lose a bit of money, but so be it. Anyway, that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then please do like and subscribe. It's very much appreciated, and it does help this channel grow. If you have any tips or advice for me, then leave a comment in the section below. I do try and frequent that as much as possible, and I do try and read and respond to pretty much everything there, so keep them coming. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.